Jake early on. Good start for Philly, as they are going to get a 6v5 here now.
It's an excellent start because Jake is not going to be resurrectable.
Oh.
And now they're going to be able to put pressure onto the high ground. Jake
That
is
helps.
no longer running interference. Banny and Lynxer are in a precarious position.
And the Reds comes in, but no, Banny taken out by Carpe as well. This guy's on a tear already. Goodbye, Fact Fiction, and this looks like it might end up being a pretty quick point A.
Jake losing the Tracer 1v1 was really important here because he was the only thing preventing Snillo from running onto that high ground.
Yeah, true enough. We do see Lynxer swapping over to Genji now already to get ready for stage number 2, or for point number 2, I suppose.
Yeah, and that's going to be a little bit tricky as well away. And the problem for Philly is that they can't actually get to the point itself. Finally, they're able to get into the back.
Now they get the DMAC. Transcendence used immediately by Raucus. Deadeye coming in for Carpe, looking for targets. Oh, he finds Lynxer and Fact Fiction. Philadelphia Fusion claims that first tick in a hurry. Now Banny falls. Looks like it's going to be at least 2 ticks here. And now the delay from Cool Matt coming in with the Diva gets DMAC'd almost immediately. The momentum all in Philly's favor right now. Pushing back those respawns. Now it's all about buying time for Houston. It's going to be hard to defend the point. Maybe this Dragon's Blade can do it. Carpe turning around, getting healed by that Transcendence. Boombox comes out with it at just the right time, and Carpe gets the kill. They've nearly got it, 93.7%. So close, man.
But they have a DMAC'd Diva right now, and the respawns being closer means Houston Outlaws are going to be able to try and hold this for a little bit longer. So now the control percent starts to fall back. Bay is out for the Outlaws from Lynxer.
Whoa, Jake gets caught by the Deadeye. Philly comes in, just crushes this one. A little bit of a delay now from Raucus with that Transcendence. But again, Philadelphia is so close to taking it. Now Fact Fiction comes in. Nice flashbang from Carpe to help focus down that Winston. That's going to be 2:09 on the clock for Philly. Boombox. Houston Outlaws diving in as it gets close to end. They've used their Valkyrie as well. Fact Fiction trying to chase down Carpe here. He's going to turn around, go after Boombox instead, who's vulnerable. That's a nice kill for Fact Fiction. That comes in onto Poco as well. Not doing a whole lot of damage with that Bunny Blaster. That's going to secure point A.
Raucus cleaning to get any value out of it. Raucus, however, does take down Fraggy.
Whoa,
will be the next to die. Philadelphia was strung out, not on the point.
Neptuno's an aggressive Mercy, but that's not where you want to be, man. Not in a tiny room with a Genji. And Houston Outlaws getting a ton of momentum off of this. That's going to be them nearly taking the point already. Philadelphia scrambling here. Fraggy and Poco on the point. They've got to stagger the tanks to try to delay, eat up as much time off this time bank as they possibly can.
Yeah, they have to start getting kills though, don't they? Don't
That's
have any
not gonna
ultimates, and that's not going to work.
2:45 on the clock. So with a big pick there, the Rez is going to come in. They're going to bring it back up. Neptuno using the Valkyrie to get that AoE healing in. They got to touch the payload. Snillo gets there just in time. Now the rest of the affiliates scrambling to catch up. Lynxer down, but they're going to need a few more people here. It's mostly Houston on there. Yeah, that's right. Self-destruct. Gonna catch anybody? No, not quite. Poco gets back into the mech. Neptuno in a good position for now to keep healing this Diva. Oh, but now he's gonna get jumped on. Carpe there as well. Another self-destruct thrown in. Philly over the top of the room, and they're actually getting a little bit of momentum on the point here. Poco needs some healing though. They push back Fact Fiction, and Philadelphia Fusion grinding this one out right now. Lynxer dives in with the Doomfist, but it's not enough. Wow.
If Poco didn't remech right there, I think that's a one fight for the Houston Outlaws.
No doubt.
Neptuno will have the state of mind. He comes in to heal Poco, make sure he is going to stay alive long enough.
Needs a bit of healing. Neptuno goes back in. Poco DMAC'd. Oh boy. Snillo down too. Raucus with a big pick there. And Houston Outlaws winning this fight. We're into OT, and I don't think Philly's going to be taking this one.
Neptuno just jumps onto the point to keep it alive. Snillo and Boombox, the only one standing.
He can keep delaying. Boombox coming in with the Transcendence. They're keeping it alive, but it would be crazy for Philadelphia to make something work here. I think that's going to be it. You know, a little bit of a disco fever on the point there with that Transcendence. Man, what a big pick to take out Neptuno. Big 5v5 now as Snillo finds Jake. He's been winning a lot of these Tracer 1v1s.
Jake's going to get revived, though.
Yep, he'll get rezzed. Snillo down. That's a lot of kills for Houston, man. They just crushed Philly. Easy point A take at this point.
Well, when the player that goes down for you is safely resurrectable and you kill the enemy Mercy, there's not a lot of recourse to come back unless you get some huge kill or manage to punish the res in some way. Snillo did his best, but it wasn't enough. And this was the play that I believe started things off here. He's going to walk up the stairs, and Neptuno just all by his lonesome. They have the Valkyrie, so.
Yep, both teams have it. Carpe, EMP ready to go. Linkser pulls out the Dragon Blade. Gets hacked though. Still chases down Carpe, but gets eliminated by Poco. Now Poco back on the point. Carpe rezzed. Of course, Bonnie gets a res on the Linkser actually. Both Valkyries out. Linkser kills Boombox. Houston with a little bit of an edge. All they need is that one tick. And with that
Big
EMP,
hack.
EMP into the self-destruct. Jake and Bonnie couldn't get away. Houston still scrambling on the point as best they can. Coolmat gets two with his self-destruct. Insanity right now from these divas, and Houston still fighting it out on the point. They might just be able to do it off of Raucous' Transcendence. They are so close. They got it.
What a thrilling end to that point.
Or no, gets rezzed by Neptuno. Fraggy the one being rezzed. Not doing a lot of rezzing. Houston still on the defense. No, down on top of Raucous. He's there with Fraggy. Rockets down. They've got everyone pinned in the back lines here. Great dive by Snillo and Fraggy. That's the kind of thing you expect to see from Fusion these days.
And they're finally gonna just wipe the point after Carpe comes back with the Infrasight. Oh, that was one of the weirdest Numbani points.
Linkser, Philadelphia getting some momentum on this push now. Poco's got to get in there. They're gonna draw out Raucous' Transcendence here. That's gonna cover the res onto Linkser again. Zen Trance on the Philadelphia side too, and a bunch of kills coming in for the Fusion. Coolmat tries to get away, but there's only so much he can do. That is going to be a pretty definitively won fight. Carpe with the final finishing blow, and that's going to be point B for Philly.
Here's a stat for you.
Swaps over to the Genji for some last second heroics here. Coolmat DMAC though. There goes Muma. Poco getting a couple himself. Oh, can't get away though from Coolmat, that Bunny Blaster. The most devastating Bunny Blaster in the league, no doubt.
Jake now out on the Doomfist. It's desperation stall time on the side of the Outlaws, and it's just not going to be enough.
No way, man. That is going to be a pretty quick attack run for the Philadelphia.
Choke point on the street.
He's just standing on the payload, daring them to jump in, and then he can just grapple his way out. Carpe down though. Raucous found him. Yet another kill for the Zenyatta. Snillo down as well. Houston Outlaws with a great start in this fight. Banny gets the res onto Raucous after he went down. Coolmat DMAC, but Philly with not a lot of people left to stop this attack. They've nearly got it already. Poco kind of on his own here on the point.
Yeah, they're just going to have to give it up.
Whoa, that was fast. Rest of the way through, but Philly's not letting him have it. Not yet.
And now Fraggy is back also. Immediately dies to Coolmat though.
Yeah, Valkyrie was used by Neptuno, trying to keep everybody else up. They get Muma, so both Winstons down. Here comes the res, I think. Yeah, Frankie brought back up by Neptuno. Once again, they cover it with the Transcendence. Whoa, from downtown, Linkser throws in the Pulse Bomb, but doesn't get any kills out of it. Meanwhile, Bonnie falls on the other side of the Pulse Bomb of Snillo, and so that payload still not there yet. It's 0.07 meters away. There we go, finally. So 4 minutes, still a pretty quick time for Houston. Gets hit with that flashbang, but still okay for the moment. Takes some damage, gets back to his team just in time. Boombox pops a Tranquility on the side of the Philadelphia Fusion. Carpe and Fraggy down. Houston nearly has it there. 0.15 meters to go. They're so close. Poco, the only one stopping them at the moment.
Oh, he does get the reback too.
Yep, Neptuno down. Coolmat runs him over. Poco trying to avoid fire, but can't quite do it. Carpe back in on the Doomfist, doesn't last long. And Fraggy with no healing can't stay alive. And that will be Houston finishing. A little bit less time. Carpe just not missing anybody. Uma getting some control percent building up. They're going to get one tick. Philadelphia Fusion needs to get there, needs to defend it. Carpe coming in behind Poco here. A little bit of blocking from the Diva, but Poco going to get demacked. Carpe in a lot of trouble here. They need to get more big bodies on the payload. Fraggy with only about half health, they can't touch it. And once again, Houston just rocks easy for an overtime push. Poco comes in with no health, but he does have the self-destruct. Everybody has to hide. That's two. Linkser and Raucous couldn't get away. And now Philadelphia with a real chance to hold this one here. Coolmat DMAC, and that may be about it. Nice pulse bomb on Nabani. And as Jake falls, Muma now with a lot of health left, that's it. Houston Outlaws nearly gets point B. It was a valiant effort, but Philly holds them.
They move their tanks through the main choke on the street.
Now, Lynx are opting not to get into the Tracer v Tracer right there. Meanwhile, on the high ground, Carpe and Poco finding kills early on. Great start. Fanny Jake down. Coolmat responds with a kill onto Fraggy, and Carpe falls as well. Man, Raucus has just been like the third DPS here, shoring things up. Neptuno! Oh, he got the res onto Fraggy, but he paid for it. Boombox might, meanwhile, get some revenge by taking out Lynxer, but Poco just rolling through everybody, setting up the picks for Boombox. And that's going to be Philly with possibly a quick point A here.
That was a great collapse from the Philadelphia Fusion. They sent their tanks up. They faked going underneath with Snillo, sent their tanks through the main choke point, and then had their DPS on the high ground in Outlaws. They drew out the Valkyrie. They'll have 2 support ults on this last fight. So they set themselves up in terms of ult economy. Carpe gets a shot on the Lynxer, but he will be rezzed.
Yep, that's right. Now the Transcendence comes in from Raucus. They have to sit on that payload. Jake, oh, kill onto Carpe. Chase him down. Boombox with the Transcendence. Jake looking for a bit more. He's got the healing from his Mercy. He can be aggressive. But man, they are just there. 1 meter to go for Philadelphia to tie up this series.
And Poco will be able to get the read back right now.
Oh, they get it. Philadelphia Fusion pulls it off. Wow.
So far.
Carpe is one of the best. I mean, Lynxer is too, but Carpe just seems like he's been on another level recently. On an individual scale, Poco gets hacked. Has to run for the hills, takes a lot of damage. Boink gets a double boop, I think, onto Boombox and Carpe. That's got to be what that was, and what a start for Houston.
And they're running this low-range composition, and all they have to do is death ball at you with the Moira. But Philadelphia backs off and will wait for it to die down.
Yeah, that's right. They've got time. The control meter halfway through. Houston, they flip it. Whoa, okay, so pushing back Philadelphia enough. Now the Transcendence comes in for Boombox. Both support ultimates used on the Philly side. They need to win this fight in a hurry. They've got Raucus. It's a good start. Coolmat demeched. Meanwhile, Muma trying to knock some people off. He gets Boombox there.
Ends up getting booped closer by Boing to finish off the kill onto Coolmat.
Yeah, doesn't make it out of the fight. Want to have to try to tie things up on Junkertown. Sound barrier used by Houston. They're going to go in. Raucus nearly has that coalescence. Carpe gets Boink with the Deadeye. Good start for Philly here. Gets moved around, but as he exits, that Fan the Hammer, man, the damage coming out of this guy. Snillo finishes off Muma. Coalescence dodged by Carpe, goes in at the end of it. Covered by that self-destruct. Lynxer, nice shot. Wow, Carpe, he's going to find you no matter what hit scan hero he's playing. That is that. Philadelphia Fusion. Boink, pop that Valkyrie early. Well, that's a shot on a Jake. Carpe so ready this time. Lynxer did get the D-Mech onto Poco. But Carpe unassailable so far. As I say that, Coolmat runs in. Carpe under a lot of pressure. There's the D-Mech though. Did I say a lot of pressure? Didn't really mean it. Boink gets a res onto Muma, but a lot more members of Houston dropped during that time. 80% for Philadelphia Fusion. They are crushing Ruins so far.
And just because of the kill onto Jake, the Infrasight doesn't have as much value.
Keep him alive though, he's got a primal rage. Carpe, whoa, over the top onto Raucus.
He's behind enemy lines, he's on a guerrilla mission to take out the supports, and he gets one.
Yeah, but it looks like he's gonna kill the gorilla last. It's Snillo's job to take down him. Muma finish off with that pulse bomb, and it's gonna be all Philadelphia Fusion. A quick 2-0, wow. They needed to win it, they won it. But only about 25 seconds remaining for Philadelphia Fusion.
Shadowburn gets hooked
out of this one. That's right. Raucus. Oh, there's a hook onto Poco now. Jake capitalized on that one. Houston nearly with the full hold here. They just have 10 seconds left. Jake with that Riptire could end it right here. Down zone. Oh, there's both supports. Jake comes up big with that Riptire. The best Junkrat in Overwatch League, and that's going to lead to a full hold for Houston Outlaws. Philly can't get there. And now it's away.
And now you can't defend at the choke. The best place to defend if you are going to be here on Junkertown A. They're pushed back against the building to stay out of the Widowmaker sightline. Raucus is going to be able to stand here and push them out of or into cover even further.
Break it down immediately. So much pressure on the Neptuno. He's got like no health. Can they get there? I don't know if anyone can even contest this. Nope, they're going to roll right in. Well, guys, Ilios, blink and you miss it. They can get to him with their res. It doesn't quite look like it. Barrage from Jake already. Gets one onto Carpe, but then gets eliminated pretty quick. Lynx are scrambling to try to capitalize on some of these kills. Carpe brought back up by the res from Neptuno almost immediately. Boombox still sitting on that Transcendence. doesn't need to use it as Carpe cuts Linkser down, and that's going to be Philly reclaiming the point. 4%, we're getting close. Saebyeolbe comes in for Houston. They're going to try to chase Carpe away. Transcendence for Boombox to try to protect his team. Carpe rotating around the side. The Deadeye comes in. He gets points.
One.
Good damage onto Coolmat 2. Finishes off Raucus. Just a great flank from Carpe. Sets it up. And how about that? Flashbang. Puma gets the Primal Rage off in time, but he's the only one on the point right now. The rest of the team is dead, and he's going to expire, as does Overtime. Philadelphia Fusion taking point A. Never mind. A lot of damage, knocks Linkser down into the pit. Linkser has to take the long way back. Big Earthshatter comes in for Fraggy, sets up the kill onto Boink, and now he's just gonna wade through the rest of Houston. They are the Forest, and he is the Lumberjack, and he's okay.
He's definitely okay.
Now the sound barrier in the extra shields and the Riptire rolling, coming up where Philadelphia may not expect it. That's 3 for Jake. That's why you get this guy on a Junkrat, and Houston Outlaws at the last second, they look like they can take this point back. Graviton Surge here just needs to not have it eaten. They're going to bring in Muma. Muma down early on. Sound barrier for Philadelphia Fusion as they try to stop this fight. Boink taken out by Poco. You're right, Boombox back in with the Coalescence. They're roasting Coolmat now. He's gonna drop into the pit, come back out after grabbing the health pack, and now Linkser needs to keep this point alive. Philadelphia flips it though. And they're gonna get it overtime. Houston, they need to get somebody back there. Muma jumps in, drops almost immediately. They need more. Raucus can't stand on the point. Jake coming in, there goes Boink. Jake on his own, and that's it. Philadelphia Fusion, yet another Game 5, yet another win in this series.
And this matchup really delivers, Noah.
Check out our website at actionesports.com to stay up to date on the latest matches, highlights, and more. From scores, match history, and specific game info, we've got you covered for all things Overwatch esports. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to check out our channel for more action-packed content. Also, like and share this video, and click the subscribe button to join our notification squad. Thanks for watching.